And guys, I believe without a shadow of a doubt that this move that Xbox has done here will be the final nail in the coffin. I think this is the end for Xbox, to be quite frank. I think this is the beginning of the end. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We have some breaking news here today that I want to talk about. Xbox has raised the prices of their consoles and the accessories, and it's not just by, maybe by $10, $20, maybe $40. Oh, it's extremely substantial, and I'm going to go over all of the details concerning it here right now. So guys, I'm not going to waste any of your time. I'm going to get right into the details of these price hikes and then give you my thoughts on it here. But Microsoft is in fact raising the price for all Xbox Series consoles, accessories, and their video games as well. So this report came straight from IGN. I'm pulling the information from our site, of course, over at insidergaming.com. According to a report from IGN, Microsoft's new pricing strategy for the Xbox Series consoles, accessories, and games will arrive globally, whereas headsets will see an increase only in the United States and Canada. Our article continues, moreover, in a statement to IGN, Microsoft stated that they understand that, quote, these changes are challenging and were made with careful consideration given to the market conditions and the rising cost of development. Oh yeah, really? You don't say. Okay. So the bottom dollar prices here. The 512 gigabyte model of the Xbox Series S console has increased from $299 to $379. The 1 terabyte model has been increased from $349 to $429. The Xbox Series X Digital has been increased from $449 to $549. The Xbox Series X disc version has been increased from $499 to $599. And the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition has been increased from $599 to, get this, guys, a whopping $729. As I mentioned, Xbox accessories, they have gone up as well. If you're looking at an Xbox wireless controller, the core controller is now $64.99. Wireless controller in color, you're looking at $69.99. Special edition is now $79.99. The limited edition has increased from $79.99 to $89.99. The wireless controller Series 2 core has been increased from $139 to $149. The Xbox Elite wireless controller Series 2 has increased to, get this, guys, $179 it was before. It is now $199.99. Can you believe this? The Xbox stereo headset is now $64.99, and the Xbox wireless headset has increased from $109.99 to $119.99. Your next question, when do these prices go into effect? Right now. They're live right now. As the time of this video being published, these prices are already live. As a matter of fact, they were live at the time of me recording this video. They were basically done immediately. Now, what are my thoughts on this? Guys, I believe without a shadow of a doubt that this move that Xbox has done here will be the final nail in the coffin. I think this is the end for Xbox, to be quite frank. I think this is the beginning of the end. I mean, to me, you guys, this is just the definition of company suicide. I mean, Xbox, they're just completely tone deaf at this point as to what exactly their vision is and what they're trying to do in the video game industry. I mean, for them to sit there and say that, hey, we made careful considerations about the market conditions and the risk of cost development. Bro, have you guys paid attention to the news at all? With everything that has been happening in the United States, with the United States president imposing tariffs to other countries all around the world. And guys, that's another thing. Xbox, they're an American company. They're here in the United States. Microsoft is here in the United States. So, this isn't tariff related. It's just Microsoft reaching to what I believe is going to be their final nail in their coffin. For years, Xbox has been trying to find an identity within the video game industry. I feel like ever since they, kind of started falling behind during the Xbox One X generation, they just really haven't found their footing ever since then. I mean, if you want to make your company a live service, that's fine. I feel like that would work perfectly fine. You're kind of trending in that direction anyway. With your whole slogan, everything is an Xbox, right? Maybe at the end of the day, Xbox just becomes a live service where you can play these games on an actual service. You don't even need the consoles. They're just hosted by Xbox themselves. Because I can tell you right now, this is your nail in the coffin. There ain't nobody gonna be paying these prices for these consoles. Are you kidding me? Look at these numbers, you guys. You're not gonna go out there and buy an Xbox Series X for $729 when you realize that we're only a couple years away from the next video game generation, and the price is gonna be, right around that same price. Maybe even more, actually, now that I think about it. I mean, at the end of the day, why would you pay $729 if you want a special edition Xbox Series X console? And on top of that, to my next argument, to play what? Xbox really doesn't have that many console exclusives right now. They do have a few, but it's been shown time and time again that eventually a lot of these games will eventually come to PC or come to PlayStation. Look at Indiana Jones. Look at Forza. I mean, I can go on and on here. These games will eventually come to PlayStation one way or another. You'll be able to play them at some point. Or you can just play them on the Xbox's live service, right? You don't have to necessarily buy an Xbox Series console. A lot of these times, these exclusives come out day one on Xbox Game Pass. And to my next point, if you're paying $729 for a 2 terabyte Galaxy Special Edition Xbox Series X, why not, go ahead and hustle up a couple $100 more, $100, $200, whatever it may be, to get yourself a souped up PC? Because that is where everyone is truly playing right now. PC still beat out consoles over the past year. You can look at the numbers. It really doesn't make any sense where you're going to be spending that much money on a console where, you would never be able to upgrade the internal components. If you do that with a PC, you can eventually upgrade it over time and keep things going for a long period of time as well. Why would you keep yourself fixed to a certain specification in a video game console for that price, where you have the opportunity to upgrade your system with a PC, basically playing the same games too? I mean, every single game, maybe not every single game, but majority of games that are available on Xbox, you can also play on PC as well. I don't get this, guys. This is insane. Like I said, to me, this is the final nail in the coffin for Xbox. And, thinking ahead and, just kind of sitting here thinking ahead, talking aloud to myself in front of the camera to you guys. I think that, you've seen the price increase with Nintendo already. With, the Nintendo Switch 2, Mario Kart, it's all been well documented. A lot of fans aren't happy about it. But did you see? People still bought the Nintendo Switch 2 console anyway because it sold out like crazy. Now, will that happen here at Xbox? My answer is no to that, and that is because of the fact that the Nintendo Switch 2 is a console that's not even out yet. It's something that's obviously highly anticipated. The Xbox Series consoles, guys, they've been out for 5 years now. It'll be 5 years coming up here in November. It's starting to get a little bit stale, obviously, especially when you don't have a lot of console exclusives. So I feel like a lot of fans aren't going to go ahead and pony up the money to get these consoles whenever, you have a Nintendo Switch 2 that's going to be coming out. It's a brand new system. Granted, it's, there's not that many new games that are going to be coming here at launch, but obviously you're going to have a lot coming. But with Xbox, it's been out for so long, the series consoles anyways, and it's like, okay, this console's been out for this long. Why would I go ahead and pay more for something that's been out for nearly 5 years already? It's ridiculous. So you could blame Nintendo for this, maybe, if you think of it from that perspective. I could totally understand that, but I don't understand their logic either. Now, I'll just touch on this briefly. Whenever it comes to video game prices, obviously we've seen the price of Super Mario Kart World being $80. There's been anticipation that Grand Theft Auto 6 might also be increased to say, maybe $80, $100 even potentially. Will this help drive up the price for that? It just might. It just might, unfortunately. For a long time, I was under the impression that, hey, I truly don't believe that, Take-Two Interactive is going to increase the price for Grand Theft Auto 6 whenever it releases. I thought it was just going to be the normal price. But now, seeing the way the industry has gone over the past, 30, 60 days or so, I am actually not so sure. Especially seeing what Xbox is obviously doing here as well. You might want to save up just a little bit more just in case. We're probably going to have an announcement here real soon. I anticipate a trailer really soon regarding the next Grand Theft Auto game, of course. Within the next few months, I would anticipate maybe even weeks. We might be closer than you even think. And I think a price isn't going to be very, very far behind that. But just in case, I would maybe budget just a few more dollars whenever it comes to Grand Theft Auto 6. But I digress. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. Let's get back into Xbox here. Microsoft can't go in with the logic thinking, well, Nintendo's charging this much, so why can't we? Well, no, Nintendo's coming out with a new console, dummies. Where's your new console? You don't have any kind of special announcement with a new video game console that's going to be releasing here within the next 6 months. So why'd you raise the price? I'm telling you, man, this is not going to work out well. This is not going to end well for Xbox. And you could sit there and say, oh, well, what does this do for PlayStation? Well, for me, obviously I like PlayStation more than Xbox. If you've watched the video up to this point, you understand that. But I don't want to see this happen because competition makes competition better. Xbox makes PlayStation better. PlayStation, in turn, theoretically, makes Xbox better. Competition is good for companies to have. And so, no, I don't want to see Xbox die. Xbox's presence makes PlayStation a better company. Xbox's presence makes Nintendo a better company. Nintendo's presence makes Xbox a better company. Nintendo's presence makes PlayStation. You know what I'm saying? You guys get it. And so I'm not happy that I feel that this is going to be the final nail in the coffin for Xbox here. I feel like this is something that it's not good. It's going to hurt detrimental to the video game industry. It's gonna absolutely have a huge domino effect. I'm sure you guys are sitting there saying, oh, you're knocking Xbox here, you're knocking Xbox. Everyone's raised their prices now except for PlayStation. They're next. Are they? Do you really think they will? Let me remind you back whenever the PlayStation 4 was first revealed and what Sony had to say as far as what you have to do to share your games. Take a watch right here. You remember this video?
This is how you share your games on PS4.
Thanks.
PlayStation.
So yeah, I know, very tongue-in-cheek, but look, listen. I truly feel that PlayStation understands what the current dynamic and the environment is within the industry right now. And they're seeing videos like this. They're seeing comments that are going ham on Reddit, on over at Insider Gaming, over at our forums, just basically everywhere, of outrage of gamers not happy with these price hikes. And I think them seeing that, they're knowledgeable and have the wherewithal to not go ahead and increase the price for the PlayStation 5 and just hopefully keep things steady. I mean, the community, they're just completely outraged about this, guys. I mean, it ain't hard to find gamers upset about this. This reply from Wario64 with the announcement of the Xbox Series console increase. He says here that they find it hard to sell the 1 terabyte. So in their wisdom, bang another couple $100 on and add 1 terabyte. And oh, by the way, I own the 1 terabyte with a 1 terabyte expansion and it's never been full. Again, this is company suicide. It feels slimy. It's a money grab. And I know this is probably like the 5th video that you've watched with people being negative about this. I've sat here for about the past half hour before I hit record to sit here and just think about exactly where is the positive value for you as gamers for the reason of why this price is increased. And there just isn't one. There just isn't a benefit to it. If you're living here in the United States and you're just having to deal with so many issues that have happened financially over the past 8 years or so, even up to this point, from the previous executive administration in office to the current executive administration in office, things just aren't good from the financial sector. If you're living here in the United States, you know that. I'm not here to get political about it, but you know, things are a little more tight on your wallet than they were, say back in 2020, 2019. Playing video games is an escape. It's a hobby. It's something that people like to do to get away from it all. And here you are, Xbox, raising the price for a hobby that people love to do to get away from it all, for a system that's been out for almost 5 years. Do you understand what you're asking here? You are asking for a lot, and I'm sorry, but I don't subscribe to that. You're going to have a lot of folks that are going to be jumping ship, moving on to PlayStation, moving to PC, and you know what? More power to you. I don't blame you guys one bit. Xbox is cooked. I think this is their final nail in the coffin moving forward, and we'll just have to wait and see what they end up doing. But at the end of the day, not good. For more details on this breaking news story and reaction, guys, I'm going to be on the Insider Gaming Weekly video game podcast later on this afternoon, so head on over to insidergaming.com. You can check out their channel as well as over on X at Insider Gaming IG. Check them out over there. I will be live over there later on, of course, this afternoon around 4 p.m. Eastern. You can check out that live stream and to basically hear exactly what I'm saying right now in a live format in that podcast. So look forward to that. And if there's any more updates regarding this story, just keep it locked right here on this channel. I'll try to stay on top of it, keep you guys informed as to what Microsoft and Xbox is doing regarding this insane price hike. Oh man, it's tough times. Hang in there, gamers. Until the next video, guys, I'm your host with the most A to the P, Albert Perkins, and we will see you in the next video. Until then, and as always, peace.